but I really think the only reason you should relic up Mace Windu is to get him to relic 3 for Jedi Master Kenobi. Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and I think we need to have a little talk. So the other day I put out a video, 10 characters you don't need in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And boy, I have never riled up the community the way that I riled up the community with that video. And it was super duper interesting. And it kind of showed me a few things about the channel, a few things about where I'm coming from. You know, the channel has always been about, well, we'll get to that in a minute. So basically, the question is, do you need Second Sister and do you need Mace Windu in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? And people were very upset that I put both these people on the do not need list. Now, I did make some caveats while I was discussing that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at some of the comments. We're going to view your comments. We're going to discuss your comments because I think this is a worthy discussion. And I really want this channel to be focused around as we move forward. As my accounts move into the end game, it's going to be important for me to be aware of how folks are reflecting off of that, how the channel reflects you as late gamers, as end gamers, because to this point, I have been very much focused on new players, early, mid gamers, you know, getting into the late game, and that's been a great thing. We love our community, our communities come together, but you guys, along with me, are moving forward into later and later gaming until we get to the end game. We're going to be moving that direction together. And as we do so, we're bringing on new viewers that are late game players. And a lot of you guys are very upset with the things I said. And I get it. I do think sometimes we need to take a step back and realize it's a game and it's, you know, we're going to be okay. It may not be as serious as we're making, but that's okay. I want to have this open discussion about the comments a lot of you guys made about Mace Windu and Second Sister from the video I made that said that you don't need them, but I did make some caveats. So to do this, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna watch me talk about these characters. We're gonna watch me talk about them. Then we'll look at some of the comments and we'll take it in stride. But before we do all of that, we're gonna jump in, I promise. I want to talk about the word need and what I was really thinking about with, do you need these characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? So what I'm saying is, when I say need, I really mean it. I really mean, do you need these characters to come in? Let's go ahead and pull up we'll get the video a little prepped for us here. So they're over there on the other side of the screen. That's where I want to get this up here so you know that over there is non-live Nooch. That's Nooch from the other day talking about these characters, Second Sister and Mace Windu. And to me, need is like, you have to have them. You have to have them as early as you can get them and as often as you can get them, because like I mentioned, we've been talking on this channel about early and mid-game content for a long, maybe forever, maybe for the entire depth of the channel. So do you need these characters? Are they a requirement? Are they required for you to move your roster forward? Is there some other reason early in the game that you've got to have these characters on your roster? So when I look at need, and even we got to start thinking about late and end game too, because clearly we're reaching that audience, and I need to be a little more aware of that, and I will be in the future. So your comments are always welcome on my videos. I appreciate you. I thank you for the comments. If you're just going to be a troll and be a jerk, you're not welcome, and we'll boot you. But I don't think that happened on any of these comments. So let's watch me talking first about Second Sister here and kind of absorb the comments here. I want to turn my music off in the meantime, so let's get my music turned off. And because there's gonna be music in the background, let's hear me talking about Second Sister and what I had to say. Next on our list, Second Sister. And yeah, you do need Second Sister at Relic 5 to get the Grand Inquisitor. You do. Congratulations, you got the Grand Inquisitor. Now you don't need Second Sister. She doesn't fit anywhere. She does have a ship. She has the TIE Interceptor. She does. And yeah, this is important for Rise of the Empire territory battles. I've been told. I just got my side the other day, so I guess I need to be using the TIE Interceptor in Rise of the Empire territory battles for those first mission on the dark side to get some stuff for my guild. Great. You know, that's tremendous. Other than that, the TIE Interceptor is kind of sue me, a nice to have. I need some popcorn on your Chimera fleet. Not a great to have. And you don't need Second Sister anywhere. You should not take her past. Okay, I think that's good enough. So what I'm basically saying there is you need her to get Grand Inquisitor, then you don't really use her afterward. The TIE Interceptor is important, but I'm still getting used to the ship. And that's kind of what I said there. Let's take a look at the feedback I got on that. Let's go ahead and look up sister. We're gonna do that. We're look up sister on the video. So second sister. Oh wait, I have a graphic here. Hold on. Where my graphic go? There it is. Let's open this graphic. Okay. Second sister is hot though. Well, that's neither here nor there. Okay, great. Not really my type, but anyway, this video is awful. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Now, I would not, Charles Novak, I appreciate your comment. Thank you for saying something. I hope you come back and we can talk. That's pretty direct. That's pretty direct. Filled with early game, just filled with awful early game only advice. I think that's fair. I think that to this point of making videos on March 7th, 2020, on March 9th, 2024 today, that I've been really focused on early game only advice because I'm going to be blunt. I've tried to make a lot of content for end gamers. I went out and got my old account to try and bring it on here, and I've never been able to break into that group. I'm not kidding, and this is just me telling you bluntly about the channel. I have tried multiple times to break into that end game group in the game, and they just don't watch my content. Nobody watches my Datacrons content. Nobody watches any end game content from me. So maybe we're starting to cross a bridge there where we're going to be starting to talk end game. And so if you guys are going to start watching the videos, I think that's great. I'd love to have you on board. And hopefully I didn't lose you with one video. We can start having some more, detailed conversations. But let's see here. Visas is phenomenal in the Starkiller team, both the revives and damage. I just don't buy it. And what I really focused on there, and I will say this. A big part of my focus for Visas Mars was talking to people that had just gotten the Starkiller bundle and an unlocked Starkiller. And what I don't want people doing is when they're people that are buying Lightspeed bundles are lacking mods and they're lacking Zetas and they're really having to focus their farms. And I just think if you're focusing your farming, you can get Visas later down the road. I think you can fill that slot with another character, and I've been successful. I've been beating Rey with Ben Solo, not every time. But Arnold doesn't beat her every time with Visas on the team. So I've been having success with I just think Visas is overrated there. I'm going to stand by that on that. Have fun with your Starkiller count. And this is really, so constructive is one thing. It just Charles, come on. I'm just saying. Oh my, is my music back on? We'll turn the music back on here. No, everybody wants to hear the music. Have fun with your Starkiller counter with Scavenger Rey. Spoiler alert, your success rate drops considerably. Meh. All right, Mace, second sister, Talia, incredibly useful and needed at Relics as well. I don't think Talia. I'm going to disagree on Talia. Mace, the second. Okay, great. Only good advice was for Endurance and Tebow. Well, okay, this was not a video about useless characters in the game. I didn't say none of these characters are useful. I didn't say you can't have spots with them. In fact, I think multiple times throughout that video, I said, you got places you can use them. So I guess I could put a video together. You don't need these characters. Ugnaught, Cup, Tebow, Endurance. What kind of boring video is that? There's nothing to that. That's not useful and informational. Saying 10 characters you don't need is a little misleading. 10 characters you don't need to upgrade beyond journey requirement. That's fair. That's fair, but that's a pretty rough title. That's like a Michael Scott title. 10 characters you don't need to upgrade beyond journey requirements. And then maybe you need them for other stuff. It's a little Michael Scott. Call him for I think I said that. Yes, once you get Reva, second sister goes off the team, right? But Interceptor is still an amazing ship. I haven't really had that experience with it. Maybe I need to work with the TIE Interceptor more. I just haven't had the amazing ship experience with the TIE Interceptor. I wouldn't really call any character to take Relic to Gear 5 for a journey useless. Well, okay, that's the point, though. I said that. I said that in the video. I literally said that. So this guy's just arguing with the title. Okay, argue with the title. Fine. Who is this King of Britain? King of Britons? King of the who? Come on, dude. Give me a little bit there. My guild's only getting 3. Anyway. My Mace on Qui-Gon Jinn team to draw out the battle and give Anakin more hit time. I get that. I'm not saying Mace isn't useful. I'm just saying I don't think I've seen many rosters where people just farm Mace and don't have the rest of the teams built. They don't have a Padme team. They're just farming Mace because they love Mace Windu. You don't need him until the late game. All right, we'll get into Mace in a second. Zeb, okay, yeah. Let's see here. Okay, this guy. Let's see here. Devin Hart just wanted to argue and say, we'll go into that. This video is kind of a miss for me. That's fair. That's fair. The Tofa Towel. There are characters like Mace or Visas who are mainstays in meta teams. Jedi Master like Jedi Master Kenobi or Padme for the former. They're subjective. They're comparative to objective trash like T-Bow that serves no function. But again, I just wasn't trying to make a trash. I was trying to be educational. You know, just making a video to say that T-Bow is actually important. But if I'm just going to come out here and say Ugnaught is trash, everybody. Cup is trash, everybody. IJ86 is trash, everybody. That's not educational. It doesn't inform anybody, and it doesn't bring anything new to the conversation, right? So I have to be able to have informative and interesting conversations, which is what we're having now. Also, stuff like Second Sister is a bad character, has a very powerful ship, does actually make a pretty big difference. I need to learn the difference. Somebody tell me the difference that Second Sister makes on the Chimera fleet, because I'm having zero. I haven't really used it all that much, and it really hasn't had. I get a lot of success in there anyway. There's this odd passive-aggressive tone. Demeaning? Was I demeaning and belittling? Oh my lord. I hope I wasn't demeaning and belittling, for the love of God. Strangely hostile. Please. I need to go back and watch that video. I never intend to be strangely hostile. I do anticipate feedback, and kind of, because, you know, I get feedback like on this video. I was all with you too. You mentioned Second Sister Mace, but Second Sister is one of the best ships in the game. So I don't know. I don't get it. Without her ship, Chimera would be such a good fleet. Wouldn't be such a good fleet. Mace is plug and play in our case. So I'm only going to argue with you because you mentioned, okay, yeah, this was Opion. Hey, Opion, love you, buddy. All right, so that's Second Sister. Let's go watch me talking about Mace Windu. We'll pull up the Mace comments now. Light going onto an amber color. I don't know. There's an amber-colored radiation light going directly onto Mace Windu's. That's me talking about the diamonds on his forehead, which I think it represents Vapad. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. I don't get it. Anywho, he's okay. He's fine as a Padme tank. He serves a purpose there. He does some good damage. He's not a bad character, but I really think the only reason you should relic up Mace Windu is to get him to Relic 3 for Jedi Master Kenobi. I want to talk about that point for a minute. So, only's a big word, I said. And again, guys, I'm focused on people that are farming Mace Windu early on without really having a purpose behind it. They don't need to have him. I'm going to stand behind it. I think the first time you farm Mace Windu is when you get Jedi, if you're going for Jedi Master Kenobi. You can farm him early on, and you can throw him on a Padme team, and he's a great tank, but you've already got General Kenobi probably if you're in that situation where you're running that Padme team. But because you move General Kenobi, when you get Jedi Master Kenobi, that's when General Kenobi moves over to the other team. Until you get Jedi Master Kenobi, General Kenobi is on the Padme team. So do you need Mace Windu on that team as an addition? Not really, okay? That's a big part of what I was saying there. So I'm going to stand behind. I think that I think you do not really relic up Mace Windu until you go for Jedi Master Kenobi. And I think this covers a lot of the discussion here. Now, once you get him reliced up and you got Jedi Master Kenobi, well, then you're going to need him over on the Padme team or on other teams as well, because you take General Kenobi and you put him on the Jedi Master Kenobi team. So I may have spoken a little harshly about Mace Windu, okay? In the late game, when you farm Jedi Master Kenobi, he becomes a very useful tool. But again, this video isn't about being useful. It's about, do you need him? Would you farm Mace Windu? I'm gonna get beat up for this too. That's fine. Would most of you farm Mace Windu as an independent farm if you didn't need him for Jedi Master Kenobi? I would posit that most people would not farm Mace Windu to relic levels if they didn't really need him for Jedi Master Kenobi, and that's when you unlock his usefulness at the Jedi Master Kenobi phase of the game, when you can start plugging and playing Mace Windu. And by the way, the Keller and Beck arguments, I don't buy that, because what would like 5% of the players, if that, 5% of players, if that, have Keller and Beck active at relic levels. I don't even think it's 5%. I think it's like 2%. Almost nobody's ready for Bo-Katan. People are not farming Keller and Beck. So when you make a Keller and Beck argument for it, that's great. I understand it. You're completely at the very end of the end game with Keller and Beck at this point. So let's take a look at I'm not going to watch the rest of this because I think the rest of it is very similar. Let's go take a look at the comments here, and we'll open up our comment screen again. I kept the music on there, so probably it was double music, but sorry about that. Anywho, so, all right. So my two disagreements are basic. We already looked at that one. So not needed, but Mace, crit avoid on mastery, which is usually first support tag. Okay. I need to say something. You're straight up wrong. Saying that Mace, Omega, and TIE Interceptor aren't needed or important is a lie. Now, here's what I want to say. DRX, love you, buddy. Lie is such a big word, and I think we should be more careful about how we toss around the word lie. You know, to me, the word lie implies intent. Implies the intent of me to come out here and actively deceive you, which is not my intent. It is never my intent. I have never intended to actively deceive anyone here in this game. Yeah, I've lied in my life. Everybody's lied. We know what it is. Hopefully we avoid it, and as we grow older, we lie a lot less because we don't need to, because we become more comfortable with who we are and why we're doing what we do. So I wasn't lying. I may have been wrong, and this is subjective, by the way. This is very subjective, but I appreciate all the passion for Mace Windu. So TIE Interceptor is a key to beat S-tier fleets. Reduces cooldown on the Chimera, which allows you to have instant reinforcement. Okay, somebody told me that. It reduces cooldown on the Chimera, which allows you to have instant reinforcement, bringing TIE Defender, also speed up his insta-kill. Everybody's always told me to bring in TIE Defender first. Like, I don't know, maybe I need to relook at that counter. I'll work on that. Mace is a great Jedi tank. I agree with that. With ability block and basic, annoying taunt, buffed. He doesn't taunt, but that he, you know. What is that? I can't remember what that ability. Passing turn meter, one of the most important in Malgus battle, reducing max health and defense. I mean, I thought you couldn't reduce Malgus's max health. Am I wrong on that? I'll have to take a look at that. But, yeah, Omega, yeah, whatever. I reckon be doing more research for these kind of videos. If you don't have the strength to read those kids, don't do these videos. People are very upset with me. People were very, very upset with me. Extremely upset. Mace was, I've never triggered people like I triggered people with Mace Windu. Bro missed the Jedi Master Kenobi Mace meta in TW. Okay, we don't feel that team of my guild. I don't know. Mace is kind of crazy, but the other ways I agree with the mention of the same as Stark. Unfortunately, I'm going, okay, all right. Nice, but Mace is still useful. By the way, never said he's not useful. In fact, I think I did say he is useful. I said again, guys. We can start. It's challenging here. If I say you don't need a character, I think generally speaking, I'm going to be talking to people about farming and efficient farming, right? And when I'm talking to people about farming and efficient farming, if you're not farming Jedi Master Kenobi, I don't think you should be relicking Mace. Maybe you do, and you've got a spot for him. I think that's great. And I do think he's useful. It's not going to kill you to have relic Mace. It just, maybe those resources could be invested in somebody else that helps your roster advance better, in a better way. Keller and Beck, yeah, I told you. Keller and Beck stuff, that doesn't wash with me. It's such a low percentage of people at this point. Down the road, sure. Yeah, most of us don't have that. My roast, these characters, okay. I like Mace, use him a lot. I use Mace all the time. I really do. I'm sorry, Nooch, but Mace is valuable in a lot of teams to play. You very much need him. People mention many teams he's in. Good, but additionally, his Kel's team. Yeah, I'm not taking the Keller and Beck argument. I'm just not. You can tell me again. Just most people did not fork out the bucks for Keller and Beck at this point. And most of us have. See, here's the thing about Keller and Beck. I think he's a really good character. I think he's great. People that are, I think that 85% of the people in this game are not in a position to farm a character like Keller and Beck to relics. They're worried about. They're still worried about getting Dr. Aphra or even Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. People are still farming for those characters. Inquisitors, a lot of people don't have that. And to worry about Keller and Beck, they're not even thinking about having Keller and Beck. So, easy to obtain early on. Yeah, but you just... All the Mace Simpson here. Well, great guy, dude. Please do. Gray loved it. Hey, Gray, thanks, buddy. Mace is really good. You should farm eventually. I agree, you should farm Mace eventually. I think I've said that. You should. Mace on the list literally is one of the worst takes I've ever heard in SWG. The guy is so amazing strong. He's better than GK for Jedi Master Kenobi on offense. He has an insane TW omission, especially Omicron, not an omission, with Cal. He makes the Malgus counter weirder with Jedi. Like this take, and I like you, Nooch, is terrible. Like this take, and I like you, Nooch, is terrible. I don't know. I think you're saying the take is terrible, but I like you, Nooch. I think Fabian. I don't know. Yeah. Again, okay. One of the not so good videos. I mean, I'm telling you, I took a beating on this video. There's some characters you really don't want to get in the game, but putting Mace Windu and Zeb in there is just Zeb. I have no beef with Zeb, and I said Zeb is useful for the Thrawn of it, but he just you don't need him. You don't need is the operative word. Need. You don't need Zeb on your roster. A lot of endgame players disagreed with Mace. They did. They clearly did. This video is awful. Just filled with, yeah, we already looked at this one here. Mace is still Grand Jedi Knight team is because I don't have Jedi Knight Luke. Actually, if we put Zalbar mission to Relic, that one was actually just a troll. So, Mace and Keller and Vecta, yeah, I'm sure he is. 10 characters missing, 10 characters you don't need to upgrade beyond your, yeah, we did that one. Mace is an extremely good character, removing stealth, Shatterpoint. I forgot about turn meter swap. Yes. Okay, you know what, guys? I really appreciate you. I appreciate all the comments. I love having a fun and healthy and vigorous debate about characters. I still would stand by, and maybe I need to caveat this in the future that for anybody that's not, farming. Well, I did say if you're not farming Jedi Master Kenobi, you probably don't need to relic Mace. That's what I said. It's what I said, and I stand by that. Until you're relicking Jedi Master Kenobi, you're probably not in a spot with your guild where they're fielding teams in territory wars or territory battles that really need Mace in it. Now, once you're in a guild that's everybody's got Jedi Master Kenobi, and that's kind of a given, you're in the high level guild. As you get to the late game, you're gonna need Mace Windu on the roster because you need Jedi Master Kenobi, and then Mace Windu is a lot of plug and play throughout the Galactic Republic on a lot of teams. I just really, until that point, I'm just going to keep arguing that you don't need Mace until that point. So, I love all the comments. I appreciate this. I'm glad everybody said something. Sorry if I was condescending and offensive. I'm really upset about that one. That's never my intent. I never intend to lie or be condescending. But there you go. Hey, everybody. I appreciate all of you. I'm glad you joined in today. I hope you do have a great day. I really, really do. I should have taken this off here. I gotta do like that. Anyway, I really hope you have a great day. And I certainly never come out here with the intent to upset. I clearly upset a bunch of people. That was not my intent. But it also generated some really good conversation in the meantime. And I think that's really important. These conversations are important and fun. Important is a big word. Important within the context of the game, not important in real life. I hope you guys are having a good time out there. I'm not gonna say I hope I didn't offend people because I did offend people clearly, and I'm not worried. I can't run my channel, my life, with the goal of not offending anyone ever, because everything you say offends somebody. So, we'll keep moving forward. We'll keep making videos. I'm definitely gonna make another 10 characters you don't need in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes video because it was a lot of fun having these conversations. Maybe we're gonna have some more, but I'll stand by most of what I said. I'll back off a little bit on Mace. You guys brought a lot of really good content for Mace. I still will say I don't think that it's really necessary to farm him until you do that Jedi Master Kenobi farm, unless you're just really doing a heavy Galactic Republic team. I just think that's when he comes to play. After you do the Jedi Master Kenobi farm, you got a lot of plug and play uses for Mace Windu in the game. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon, and I need to learn the TIE Interceptor, and always remember, Nuke's too good.